In the south of Turkey, nestled on the Mediterranean coast, lies the city of Tarsus. It is a place so saturated with history that the past is not buried, but is simply the foundation upon which the present is built. This is a city where you can still see the monumental gate where Cleopatra, draped in the guise of Aphrodite on a golden barge, sailed up the river Cydnus to meet Mark Antony, a world-changing encounter of power and seduction. Yet the locals, with a cynical familiarity that only millennia of history can breed, have a different name for this arch of destiny. They call it Kanchakapa, the bitch gate. This profane nickname for a sublime historical monument tells you everything you need to know about Tarsus. It is a city that lives intimately with its legends, treating them not as museum pieces, but as neighbors. But the city's true soul lies not in its visible ruins, but in the legends that coil beneath the earth. This is the land of Şahmaran, the queen of the serpents. As the old story goes, deep underground lies her luminous kingdom, where Şahmaran, a creature of breathtaking beauty, half woman, half snake, reigns with infinite wisdom, holding the secrets to health and eternal life. A young man named Kamsab stumbled into her realm, and she shared her knowledge with him, on the condition that he never reveal her existence. But when the human king on the surface fell ill, Kamsab was forced to betray her. He revealed her location, and the queen was captured and killed, her flesh boiled to create a cure. With her death, a great secret was lost to the world. For centuries, Şahmaran was a story whispered by grandmothers, a myth to explain the mysteries of the earth. But in 2016, it felt as if the Turkish government itself had started digging for her, searching for a secret of equal gravity, and in doing so, created a modern legend of its own. The first thread of this strange tapestry was woven in violence. In 2012, a Turkish police officer, Mithat Erdal, was murdered. It later emerged he had been working undercover, trying to penetrate a sophisticated network of illegal treasure hunters. In a country like Turkey, this is a high-stakes criminal enterprise. The case was a tragedy, but its true significance would not detonate for another 4 years. The catalyst came from a police informant with ties to that very case. He came forward with a story that sounded like it was torn from the legend of Şahmaran. He spoke of a deep man-made chamber hidden beneath an ordinary house in a Tarsus neighborhood. Inside this chamber, he claimed, was a treasure of staggering proportions. Roman-era statues, priceless artifacts, and a hoard of gold measured in hundreds of kilograms. He even hinted at lost religious texts of world-altering importance. For years, this explosive information percolated in secret government files. Then, in November 2016, the state acted. Residents of the Çavuşlu neighborhood awoke to find their world transformed. The streets around a single, unremarkable building, a brick house that would become known as the Red House, were being sealed off. High metal fences and opaque blue tarps created an impenetrable fortress. The perimeter was not guarded by local police. It was patrolled by heavily armed, black-clad commandos from the Polis Özel Harekat, POH, Turkey's elite special operations police. Soon they were joined by agents from the Milli İstihbarat Teşkilatı, MIT, the nation's formidable intelligence agency. An archaeological dig had become a matter of national security. For the next 365 days, the excavation continued under a complete media blackout. The city of Tarsus, a place used to secrets, was electric with speculation. Locals reported the unnerving sounds of heavy machinery grinding away deep into the night. High-ranking officials were seen being escorted into the sealed-off zone. The vacuum of information was filled with a torrent of rumors. What could possibly warrant this level of secrecy? Was it a treasure of St. Paul, the city's most famous son, a lost Roman imperial treasury? Or something else, a secret so profound it mirrored the subterranean wisdom of Şahmaran herself? Then, in November 2017, exactly 1 year after it began, the operation ceased. The silence was as sudden as the initial noise. But there was no grand announcement. Instead, a fleet of concrete trucks arrived. Under the watchful eyes of the same special forces, they poured tons of wet concrete into the massive pit that had been dug, entombing whatever was or wasn't found. The government finally issued a terse and almost comically underwhelming official statement. After a year of digging, guarded by spies and commandos, the official findings were declared to be a few fragments of a broken column, some shards of Hellenistic pottery, and some terracotta roof tiles. The public reaction was one of collective, derisive disbelief. Why deploy the nation's top intelligence agency to find pottery? Why spend a fortune on a year-long operation for a few roof tiles? And the most damning question of all, if you truly found nothing, why seal the site with concrete? Why not simply fill it with earth? The mystery of the Red House remains unsolved. In a city where a Roman gate is called the Bitch Gate, and the Queen of Serpents is said to hold the world's secrets just beneath the surface, the official story is the least believable theory of all. The government, like the king in the myth, went seeking a subterranean power. We do not know if they found it and hid it away or if, like Kamsab, they were forced to betray a secret they could not handle. The only certainty is the thick slab of concrete that now sits in the Savushlu neighborhood. It does not just cover a hole in the ground. It covers a place where, for 1 year, the modern world tore into the earth to grasp at the legends of Tarsus.